ready to bring you impactful information to magically brighten up your day. Magic Morning Tea will bring you information on tourism, culture, gender, politics, sports, disability, and many more. So stay tuned, stay connected to Magic Morning Tea on Magic Television, Channel 38, Facebook, YouTube, and other social media handles. Magic Television, your trusted information hub. Welcome to Magic Morning Tea. Magic Morning Tea is the best.
Today na Wednesday, the 15th day inside July. Good morning. So this wetty Wednesday morning all over the city of Freetown. And welcome to Magic Morning Tea, where they reach you live for Magic Television, Channel 38, on Facebook, YouTube, and so on all the social media handles where you get with from. So no go nowhere, they will do the next 1 hour 30 minutes for discuss important issues where they happen inside the country. Magic Morning Tea are the program where they bring you all the information we need for know, and we go brighten up your day. You yourself can be part of this program where you can send your message on Facebook or YouTube channel space, or so you send them on WhatsApp line 090 10 38 38 090 10 38 38. Me na Cornelius Ekurando, the presenter for this edition of the Magic Morning Tea. Inside the program today, the Attorney General and Minister of Justice don't file one notice as well for discontinue the criminal proceedings against former President Ernest Bai Koroma in accordance with Section 45 of the Criminal Procedure Act 2024. As the government of Sierra Leone set for host the 69th session of ECOWAS Summit, the executive coordinator for Network of Community Development and Human Rights say, if Sierra Leone enjoy peace presently, ECOWAS play important role. One company will deal with automotive oil and industrial lubricants, Strong Energy, don't pay one visit to the Sierra Leone ambassador in Turkey as way for talk about how to expand the business in Sierra Leone. This plus other interesting story then inside this edition of the Magic Morning Tea. Don't forget to say yourself can be part of the program where you can send your message on the number on the screen, or you send them on Facebook or YouTube channel space. Feel free for drop your question to the guests that we will get inside the studio. Inside the studio this morning, we'll get Wilfred Alimami Wise, political commentator. And so they also expect to get Victor Tutu Rogers, a media analyst. We will come and can help for discuss inside the program today about former Ernest Koroma in case don't drop, waiting this mean for democracy. Good morning, Wilfred, and welcome to the program.
Thank you very much for having me. It's a pleasure coming in here.
All right, as usual, we can get guests for the first time inside the studio. We can just welcome them and show around, say, this is our humble aboard with the broadcast from 22 by 1st Street Studio, right inside the heart of the city, Freetown. So welcome and look around and tell me what's your observation about
Thank you very much. I'm very much impressed. I'm impressed about seeing this Magic TV for the first time and coming in here for Cam Nayana the first time. Fine, impressive. And I encourage people for the coming with you.
All right, if you're not tuned to Magic Television 8, take your normal television, search and look out for channel 38. Then you will see Magic Television. Also, so if you're able to get you on the normal channel, you can get you on Facebook, YouTube, and all other social media handles them where you get you for the program where you watch now Magic Morning Tea, where they get you live for Magic Television, Channel 38. This morning the weather wet all over the city from yesterday night, so I pray say we all will take care and be careful all efforts to the in a gutter and let the streets not go block and flood and cause problem. We'll take a first story inside the program for this morning. Inside the Attorney General and Minister of Justice don't file one notice as way for discontinue with the criminal proceeding against former President Dr. Ernest Bai Koroma in accordance with Section 48 of the Criminal Procedure Act 2024. According to one public notice we come out now from the Office of the Attorney General and Minister of Justice, Tuesday, July 14, 2026, then take this decision for sake of the power where the Attorney General and Minister of Justice gets by the law of Sierra Leone. Then be charged former President Koroma for offenses them will make up of treason, misprision of treason, as them in grant and bail on medical ground. For sake of the filing, proceeding no longer day before the court and the former president in bail don't come out to an end with immediate effect. Former President Koroma now don't free for return to the country after where he don't complete for take medical treatment at any time where he feel for return. As all this they be inside the government weekly press briefing, the Minister of Information and Civic Education, Chernobyl, used the opportunity for really press release we come out from the Office of the Attorney General and Minister of Justice, but former President Dr. Ernest Bai Koroma. Make we get on directly from INSEF.
I get a public notice we all manning for pay attention to. This now breaking news. I just this public notice to come out from the Office of the Attorney General and Minister of Justice. And the dates now today, 14 July 2026. Discontinuance of charges against former President Ernest Bai Koroma. Today, the Attorney General and Minister of Justice has filed a notice to discontinue the criminal proceedings against former President Dr. Ernest Bai Koroma in accordance with Section 45 of the Criminal Procedure Act of 2024. This decision was taken in exercise of the powers conferred on the Attorney General by the laws of Sierra Leone. Former President Koroma had been charged with offenses relating to treason and misprision of treason and was granted bail on medical grounds. As a result of today's filing, the proceedings are no longer before the courts, and the former president's bail comes to an end with immediate effect. The former president's bail comes to an end with immediate effects. Former President Koroma is therefore free to return to Sierra Leone upon the completion of his medical treatment or at any time of his choosing. Then at the end of the breaking news, the public updates, public notice will come out from the Office of the Attorney General. I go read an Acrio one more time.
So after this press release, we don't come on. This message will be get from former President Dr. Ernest Bai Koroma, where I go read them verbatim. Today I received an announcement by the Honorable Attorney General and Minister of Justice that criminal proceedings instituted against me have been discontinued in accordance with the laws of the Republic of Sierra Leone. I therefore thank the Almighty God for the infinite grace and mercy to me and my family throughout this difficult period. My faith has remained anchored in his province and in enduring conviction that peace, justice, and reconciliation must always triumph over adversity. I acknowledge with appreciation the role played by His Excellency President Julius Maada Bio, the government of the Republic of Sierra Leone, and all those who efforts guided by our Constitution and the rule of law have contributed to briefing the matter to this conclusion. I am profoundly grateful to the authorities of heads of states and governments of the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, Dr. Umar Aliyu Toure, President of the ECOWAS Commission, and former head of state from the unwavering commitment to peace, dialogue, and regional stability. I am especially indebted to His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, for his exemplary leadership, personal commitment, and steadfast support throughout this process. So the government and people of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Malam Nurubu, National Security Officer, and all. I will stop and leave first for now and come to you, my guest inside the studio. This is very important. We don't hear waiting the Attorney General don't say, and we don't hear say so waiting former President Ernest Koroma say. What's in you take about this?
Well, I believe say this now a very sensitive matter. Where I see this press release come out from the governments through the ministry, the Attorney General, Minister of Justice, I begin to ask myself why now? Because it is very important for one to get a clarity to waiting do now this thing don't happen. And the magnitude of that case day is so big that all of us know in here that treason a very, 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 very big allegation against the former presidents. And the first time in the history of Sierra Leone for law we see a former president in the dock for let go for go answer case them we relate to that or cases them we relate to that, because I see misprision and also a treason. So we begin for ask say why now why now when that they happen. And with waiting people and they say, I can quote from the president's own lawyer, where say the statements provide more, it should provide more content than Attorney General noticed by indicating that the discontinuous was in the interest of national peace, reconciliation, and social cohesion. If that was indeed the basis of the of the decision, I believe it would have strengthened public confidence and the reason being clear stated in the Attorney General official notice in a matter of that magnitude. Transparency is essential to maintaining trust in the justice system and reduce unnecessary speculation. Clear official communication benefits not only the parties involved but also the country as a whole. So if they try for tell you say we forget clarity, we want for no, because that particular allegation against the former president, now we don't get mixed feeling within the public where the supporter of the SLPP is that with the APC people, and they say, hey, no, why for come this not for happen, and the other one and they say, ah, well, if you get that strong evidence for prosecutes Ernest Bai Koroma, waiting make you know do am way if which waiting then say actually now happen. I believe saying a thing we get possibility for the unseat the legitimate government of this country. So on that note, for let it just go like that, then say let everything done. You know, it is some eyebrow where I don't think say we get some certain clarity towards it. As I say, this is now a very highly legal, you know, matter where lawyer themselves can able for delving, for able for know, for able for give it clarity, because you get some interpretation within this press release where the government give way, the layman no go able for digest and better.
All right, make I just quickly read within the Attorney General post on Facebook page. He said, today, pursuant to Section 45 of the Criminal Procedure Act 2024, I have filed papers to discontinue charges against former President Ernest Bai Koroma, who has been on bail for medical reasons following his arraignment before a magistrate. With this discontinuance, as provided in Section 45 of the said Criminal Procedure Act, his recognizance shall be discharged immediately. It means say they don't discharge all the cases that will be there against Ernest Koroma. That's it is say according to what he posted on Facebook page.
Well, as a lawyer, maybe certainly, because this like what I said, the magnitude of this matter, they must have contacted the government and the Attorney General and Ministry of Justice concerning that. So if that's not the case,
the Attorney General, the lawyer for the government, yes. Okay, put on that way. He advises government on all legal proceedings and legal. So if the constitution gives power according to the Section 45, where the courts now the Criminal Procedure Act of 2024, then the amended Act of Criminal Procedure Act, because the one way be there now be 1964, so the one way there now na 2024, it gives the power for look you say, okay, this case where you get, I pull and bear you, I pull you not get case again.
Well, let's me they ask why then they pull the case now, because then the court say now for national cohesion. But also I go on for quote Mr. Holland Cole. We say, I am of a strong opinion and believe that if former Ernest Bai Koroma is to return to Sierra Leone, it must be through the authority of the law, not through political negotiation or executive arrangement. So this they try for tell you, but anyway, I'm Holland Cole not to a lawyer, and I believe say, and the former president in lawyer, like where you don't say all the charges they don't go, but would they ask why now? What's in do? Because you see, the trust between the SLPP and the APC, this is my concern, frankly, because we get the tripartite will lead to then two parties they are confident between themselves. So if Ernest Bai Koroma for come, things then for able for be put in place where go ensure and stay in here we not get for interfere and no interference from waiting be don't happen or the likes. Like when they say let them keep on to that, but me they ask the question why now?
Well, at the point there was a time where presidents be talking at parliament say they want peace, cohesion within everybody, and we some of who they investigate something and they know say at this present time where would they get the 69th edition of ECOWAS Natalio. You not think say a message President Bill for send to the West ECOWAS say I am ready for peace. I don't want anything again against anybody. Therefore, let this kind of information come on.
Well, I believe sometimes now for a facelift from we batter democracy, because we are still struggling with our batter democracy from tripartite to Saudi. So I believe sometimes do in that wisdom day. But what I want the APC also put into cognizance saying, you know, this kind of agreements there, you get agreements that they don't go through. We will not say again for the well, you forget assurance for waiting, then don't say, then they do them. Because the peace and tranquility is more important to we Sierra Leonean, because we didn't know when that thing they happen. People were very, very afraid. People then they say, waiting to happen like this. So for them they can't drop this case. If now waiting they say, because most of the time the present government, it's not said, they know the talk waiting then they do. Me and me fear than they know the talk, even with some of the agreement between them and the APC. So APC therefore be very critical. I will advise them for let them be very critical when it comes to this matter, because it is very sensitive. Tomorrow let them not go begin the regrets like the other previous one them or other previous things the way people they don't negotiate with the government without actually not fruitful.
So in other words, trust the play between this kind.
SLPP, I can say this now a reputational damage when they want control and a generational one. SLPP people we don't get negotiation with them of recent time. They cry as they know they fulfill most of them their own bargain. You come to the tripartites, even from the APC for able for land, and I believe say JFK and a very landed lawyer we go able for put any clients we don't be the president. We go able for guide them legally, so that no other legal implication no go able for day against the former president. They have to be very careful of that.
Alright, the program where you watch na Magic Morning Tea, they get you live for Magic Television, channel 38. Inside the program, I get Wilfred, when I political analyst, they with me inside the studio. We look at the why now where Attorney General and the government of the day don't drop the case against Ernest Bai Koroma, and so say you feel free for come back now in country after I don't complete a medical. All right, let's take another interesting thing inside the program before we take another story inside the program. William, you know, a political analyst, we don't analyze. So like you don't say, you say the APC or the opposition therefore look carefully at this kind goodwill where the president offered to Ernest Bai Koroma. In your personal thought, you think Ernest Koroma, according to what he says, so ready for cancel on this now?
Well, that one day I believe say I'm not going able for sound in mind. I'm not going able for check with you for do, but people are like we knowing who the SLPPB, one should be very careful, because we don't see say the trust now one kind thing, confidence go there. So if you see from even the APC, people like get different opinion on them concerning this particular matter. This is telling you that SLPP have never been there fulfilling anything where they agree with any political party of recent time. That's one of the tripartite where they say that one then you go hear the former or the present PRO they talk say that's just a gentleman's agreement. So this is telling you that this time I see waiting Alan Cole Wright say this for go through the court. If you see measure all this now, the confidence will lack in the SLPP government. I can tell you one lap PS this day small. Even with the agreement when they come in for make with the NGC, they not fulfill them. So politically, these are some of the things I want person SLPP they're very crafty. SLPP is not a government that you trust when it comes to something verbal. A very good importance now when things are like this, the lawyer they're ready for draft there. And even with the lawyer they would be during the tripartite, where all things happen. APC they cry foul play in so many areas. Then way they get a public relations officer of the name of Mambu. We even talks in a gentleman agreement. But when you get the international community, where they among them, they try for diving. They try for dive some of the things. Then the agreement the way they sign, and we all know say agreement was there, but fulfilling it is something else.
Was this coming from the Attorney General and Minister of Justice? Using the authority of the constitution game, you think say they go joke with now and again?
Well, I will say never say never when it comes to SLPP. I would say it's categorically clear in here. It's not a government. I don't say the other one of Pakabao, but this particular government is not one that should be trusted when it comes to them thing they do. They can flout anything on constitutional things, them all things where they know say, okay, this is an agreement on this. But maybe this one it will be changed. Maybe when the president will exit power, all them things and something and things that when they come into your mind to say, okay, I want this country say maybe APC might be coming into governance. That gets me way clear so that at least I go able for states in a Sierra Leone with that kind and thought say at least I able for do that.
So the issue is trust.
No, trust not there. Anybody will really not able for pay attention with SLPP, go with SLPP in an agreement. Then you have to be very, very crafty. If not that, then you want to outsmart you.
Even though it is constitutional for the
my brother, SLPP don't actually respect agreement. This particular one, I don't say the one of Pakaba or the like so, but this particular one, I would say clear in here. SLPP don't trust. This is my fear now. SLPP don't trust agreement easily.
All right, according to you, SLPP not trust agreement. We'll go a little bit back to the tripartite, where some of them issue they have become up where the Kumara grants us them income. We believe say some of these issues about Anes Kuma be discussed will not come public. We believe. So you're not thinking that some of the issues and then they will come out from the moral guarantors and then they try to implement so slowly.
Well, I believe so, because I believe say most of the time we can able for say the international community they influence with politics a lot. I believe say something that diplomacy cannot be spoken outside. Diplomacy always can be a closed door with many people they not go know. But I just believe say pressure they for let Anes by Kroma back return to a country of origin and in country don't become a former president. It's a statement. It was a statement and it's still a statement if I get that respect day. So me just waiting me curious and waiting me very, very, very waiting very skeptical over the agreement. I just they say SLAPC una step up this time around. Una not cry foul play again tomorrow they say this and that. So una get for be very careful. For me as being sitting here in my own frank opinion, I don't believe say Anes by Kroma for Kaya. Now,
why?
I'm not just certain of the SLPP. I have to be very real. I'm not certain of them. They never live up to that expectation of agreement. I don't put you from the NGC alliance to USAID to tripartite to the APC and the SLPP. So they have to be careful. Tomorrow, let something not go where to cause some certain issue there within Sierra Leone where the poor now they go suffer most.
All right, continue for the retreat inside the program. We'll take another story inside the program now. USAID. The government of Sierra Leone does set for host the 69th session of the ECOWAS Summit in Sierra Leone. The executive coordinator for the Network of Community Development and Human Rights say if Sierra Leone enjoy peace presently, ECOWAS play important role. Julius Escama talk this inside Magic Morning Tea program. Also, it be the talk about the ECOWAS Summit and as delegation then don't begin for camp. Let's take that inside there and get within Julius we say inside the program.
ECOWAS. If today we talk about the hosting the summit of ECOWAS in this country, it means irrelevant to the people of Sierra Leone. For the mere fact and say you the host a particular event where now our heads of state when I summit, you get also another sub-committees there when they work on issues there or events on that particular regional corporation, because when they say ECOWAS now a regional body, a very, very important. Mind you, I just narrow down some of the ideas during the war. If delegates they may use Sidon at this country, the host, Sierra Leone host the ECOWAS summit, I believe say now one of the benefits only for we in this country, we will get peace and security in this country. Because by joining ECOWAS at that time, I don't believe say will be Adam call himself, it not be effective for we. And be very effective then send them in join them because the idea was so laudable. And to the extent that when they call say for local get a regional military standby force, I can remember vividly then telling the we ECOWAS Secretary General then, the days of the past regime, one be the days of late Joseph Saidu Momo president, and late blessed memory. When I recommend the former speaker of this government then, Dr. General Abbas Mundu was the Secretary General then for ECOWAS. Now, ME put all the documentation in place for say there is a need for get a standby force. What they will call at the end of the day, ECOMOC. So based upon that, if we the host them, now this country, where ECOMOC play a very pivotal role, now this country play a very essential role for get peace and stability. And now, with the leadership we will get, the president of this country, when His Excellency retired Brigadier Julius Maada Bio, with a leadership style or direction, find and fit for say yes. When then choose her as head of state, head of ECOWAS, head of state at the summit. Based upon that, find and fit for say yes. There is a need for local hosts here. Now get a regional development in the country. Now, one of the important way way actually necessary or the necessity for when they host them, don't look no more now the parameter. Any sorry pastor this country and at the world, beyond the world, in the top of say Sierra Leone the host waiting the 69th ECOWAS summit. That name no of us alone Sierra Leone don't show for say yes indeed. The country now a country for reckon with in terms of regional cooperation and security and development, in terms of peace and security at the region and the MRU, the Maneuver Union, then also I think beyond beyond the ECOWAS setting, Africa in general, then even the world as a whole. Let's just look at the parameter now. Literally to be the ordinary Sierra Leoneans. Right now, if you're going to business, they boom they now. The local citizens, when they do them business, anybody they can, even with the ordinary journalists or the ordinary CSO they invite at the end of the day, almost can down buy one or two things. They buy credits there, you know, them they do them business. So, but this one, this tip, you don't extra. These next 4 days, everybody go know for CS. This summit here, I may continue back because we they get some economic, social benefit at the end of the day.
Alright, let's thank you for that report today. Will be happen inside Magic Morning Tea yesterday. Say we so will be let other people that will be talk about that, but we can't inside studio again. As we don't welcome Victor Tutu Rogers inside the studio. Good morning and welcome to the program.
Thank you very much for having me.
Okay, we look at the press release where the Attorney General pulled Nado yesterday. So we won't forget you don't take about that. Former Ernest Bai Kuruma's case drop. What does it mean for our democracy?
The news came like a shock. In fact, I've been in our office and I woke up with the work. My first colleague will talk say they don't drop that case. I say no, but not play the play. I say well, if they don't drop her, I say for the one day would they be the victims of the one that they be lost. I say well, at the time that we on Italic, the young time go grab. At least if they drop that kind of case then they, I say I think there must have been a kind of consultation, bring the people they are together, he talk to them, talk with them, a kind of counseling form.
Oh, whose people are you talking about?
I'm talking about the victims and the widows especially.
Widows
for the late heroes. Okay. November 26th.
Alright, go ahead.
The soldiers, the police, and the correctional center officer. Their family members there. I mean, we know in some areas are other people, but like this key figure, the way that DD would be leader, was the president make a statement in a farewell speech where he really talks solemnly and where he talks that whosoever, no matter what say wrong, once he did part of what will take place, so for later people that lost their lives, they'll bring them to book. They will come face justice. So those were the words where they do the ring at the ears of the people there, bringing them to justice. It's not easy give for the people that go and say no, people that will come back, they'll be called home by God Almighty, and there will be no more reverse. But like the one way they did it, I mean, we all read so many books, history or whatsoever. With us, people like that, when they lay their lives for a country. I mean, you know what that means for the family. But this family, as I talk to you, with so many calls I've got, and before this time, if you don't reach on size now, when they call or another go to the group, they say, well, not hearing voice, Mr. Rogers, what happen? Because I'm the focal person for them. Now, me that they move with them from the day where this thing happen. I see say, no, they're not for scatter. Because I seated here, lost my blood brother. My blood brother in the process. And when that day they will all go meet, like families crying for our lost ones, I tell them, say, well, me that would order there now, let us be here like a family. Not of us scatter again. So I got them together, and since that day, we are in that kind of form now like a family. And I started moving with them. And since that time to date where they talk so, I know how far I've taken them. And I know how I've been encouraging them, counseling them to see reasons and feel say it is the will of God. It'll happen. But even as that, with so many doors knocked, for at least let the COSI, the need for they for come to the aid, talk to them, cancel them. I mean, it's like they see themselves pushed off. They not go that they go talk to them. They expect for, or let them come. They are not giving that open room. I mean, I sit here to say, I thank and very grateful to the CDS, his current CDS, one of the personality. I go say government official, we say because now the military head, but for the doorway open, the room open, for let it get a face-to-face talk. For him, he knows. When they talk to her, he knows. And for let we even get a meeting, some key areas we are highlighted, and it tries for CI to intervene and do some push. It was a very big move, and he has been the only. So he cannot do it all, and he not get that. I mean, all capacity for let it do all what is expected by these people. So these people, the areas of these people have been like waiting what government will bring to them, or how they can be encouraged or called for let them go. But it's not like that. So like this news now we can yesterday. This news has been like, I mean, I would talk say it started playfully. Remember the time we the leading lawyer for the team of the former president, Joseph Kuruma Esquire, where he been one of the sister radios. Remember where they talk about the coming of the former president. That talk they go that kind of way there it just lost. So some people they say this like testing waters.
Personally,
so if for let it can now,
what's personally now you take? Is this a good move by the government, or it's not a good move for the Attorney General use in powers for drop the case against Ernest Kuruma?
I know they talk about government has their own take, their own point, and for which what they work on. I'm not there. I was not part of them. But from waiting, they don't around the matter. We all know if the one that we get the same like charges, where they were suspects, and later they go through the legal process, charges were made, and some that they didn't prisoner. If that procedure was used for those that went through it and would have free, that they did it now, that was the same expectation of proceedings.
Well,
I'm coming.
You agree with me, say, for the sake of peace and cohesion. President talked in last parliament, he go say he wants peace now the country, and if it's possible, it will give position to the opposition, then for be part of the government, will get peace.
The peace, nobody can go against peace. And the peace, the president, he can fire, hire and fire.
Yeah.
He has that special kind of mandate or role or power, executive power, for let he use in veto in some cases, right? We are talking about in a situation like this. You talk of, something that the way it has been like a key, and the movement of the former president out of Sierra Leone was on medical grounds for a continuation of the court proceedings. So if there would have been any other move in this area, like the government, what I'm saying, not to like for let people be hurt like what they go so now. If there had been a kind of like counseling education around the process that if it give cause for let we give peace because of peace, for let we grant ABC pardon to some people then just because of peace, for whosoever be done this so or this so or this so, let this understanding go there. Oh, the people that we grieve were really hot. We hear about closed door, right? In the meeting of this president issue, there was something like closed door meeting before other things that took place. Last him say even the family members, there was something like a closed door. It's like this has been my push all this while, that I've been running after few government officials, right? For let them see the need, for they go to the people there, just talk with them, not to like forgive them. You don't understand? Can't send them down. I've been doing that. I've been pushing. For let we just see like what is happening, what has taken place yesterday. If there had been this kind of play around, wherein they go around them, just they cancel them, they talk to them, they raise their hope, give them faith. Like what that happens so, come also. They go still like nobody, but don't they talk to me. You don't understand? So not to think way for. They come like a shock to them. They create that kind of trauma. But as I'm talking to you now, today, I say I had so many calls. That's in the way it happened because they see me as they are like spokesperson, have been moving with them, have been putting them here. They say that's the way they talk. You tell me about social media. Yes. Yeah. They say tell me about if not true. I could not talk to them at that moment. I just say, well, let me say watch I will go here from other places there. And then on Facebook. All that they do. Now like for tell them for come there down first before they bring the actual yes, because in this kind of broadcasting or statements or news or pictures seen or whatever view, somebody will hurt. Just tell us say, well that matter don't know. Forget about that day. It's still a bad person. When they can talk say, but this matter you don't see the need for that don't. Oh don't now let go with her. Because you don't talk to her. When they go now for come with that message now to her.
Alright, in your view, what you would expect the government for do at this stage for continuing with the case go court, whether they prove and it's guilty or they're not prove out. That's what you expect. That's
exactly what I'm saying.
Alright, so
that if there had been a court proceeding because a statement was altered by the president, not other person, by the president on the day of the farewell of this 18 that you are laid before them at the cockery. Yes. So those statements have been keenly followed by most people that would be today, especially family members.
There are other statements where you make again a parliament after that day.
So I want to say that's why in this country, one of the things that we for really embrace, you don't understand, is a continuous education. So statement the day where president don't just pronounce it it is left to the institutions charged with the responsibility for making a more public. You don't understand? It cannot be a one-day news. a 1 week news. It has to be a continuous news for allay the fears and tension
of the people.
So if that has been happening, all the other statements you are making, many go tell you say they not be ever hear this.
At 9 o'clock we'll get for take a break. Wilfred, quickly, what's this mean for the people of Sierra Leone? This kind of press release will come on.
Well, I believe say now one thing where I want the general public know, the people of Sierra Leone have been disadvantaged for too while. Communication is very, very key in waiting we actually do. But waiting me they see, this is not the different opinion from different people. Mr. Tutu in the saying I say people that we cry the president. That means insinuation is like the former president should have been tried, or they should have communicated with the people of that November incident.
Sure.
So on that note, it put people into limbo. Was Ernest Bai Koroma involved in that particular incident that happened November 26? You know that kind of thing, and then you get other people away people and they say, okay, these are the likes of Quetta have been sentenced and the other people have been, let's call it. So people and they say, if you line that, you align that with Ernest Bai Koroma, at least if we're able for can prove himself this alright. So this now make we they try for say to the government. Why would I be put Ernest Bai Koroma under? Now for political gain? Because it's like you have no basis of him being there to drop those cases of that magnitude. Now political reason make you do down there for let people and say Ernest Bai Koroma there, because it's like what you want to say with me on political studies. SLPP was very uncomfortable with Ernest Bai Koroma. I don't know why. Maybe not based on his popularity, because nobody will get that of him. He's one of the most popular Sierra Leonean, even former president. So I don't know if now on that message there, but because they spend things, how do you know, Mr. Presenter, if actually maybe in governance then somebody want come for pull me there, it is too great for that just keep the matter go so now. Why you are for keep and go so? Why the government not able to tell me, you the government, you were able to prove that beyond any reasonable doubt for say, Ernest Bai Koroma involved in shots, because we all see that. Not so?
So, all right, okay. Around 2 minutes after 9, according to studio clock now, at 10 for we take a break. We'll take a music break and we'll come back inside the studio. We get inside the studio, Victor Tutu Rogers, and we get Wilfred. We also the inside the studio. They analyze the press release we come out from the Attorney General for drop the case them against former president Ernest Bai Koroma. We will take the music break now, and after the break, we will continue the program. The program will.
Together for the people, clean up my salon. You will never walk alone. Once there is life, there is hope. It's time to rise up, Mama Salon. Watch me now, let we not give up because things stronger. Let we hope and pray so you go better. Only if we come together as one, we gon' make a change with a positive plan. Salon the land that we love, let we make we continue. There is no place like home, we believe as family. I'm a tick my neighbor, we all know I know inside Salon. Salon the land that we love, let we make we continue. There is no place like home, we believe as family. I'm a tick my neighbor, we all know I know inside Salon. Taya for the labo, let we come together for the people. Beautiful people, wonderful nation. Let we tie and fight against corruption. Salon better one, it ain't now we on. Let we walk as one, we land. Blood is thicker than water. We all are brothers and sisters. If we all come together, then the future go better. Salon the land that we love. Let we make we country. There is no place like home. We believe as family. From a chick not a bro. We all know one know inside Salon. Salon the land that we love. Let we make we country. There is no place like home. We believe as family. From a chick not a bro. We all know one know inside Salon. Tire for the love. Let we come together for good before. Salon, Salon. Yeah, Salon. Say, what we defend, we say. What we the show up, we say. More or less disgrace, we say. And I know why. With the suffer, we say. Fet, we say.
All right, plenty thank you to Lady Felicia for putting that music day together for we want for say plenty thank you to studio guests already inside the studio. We look carefully at the press release we come out from the Attorney General Minister of Justice. We don't drop all the cases them against former presidents and by Kuruma. What does this mean for democracy? We come back to guests then inside the studio. I will start with you, Victor Tutu Rogers. I want first of all to apologize to Mr. Victor Tutu Rogers, a regular face at Magic Television. When Magic Television will launch, they say we will not be sending invitation for us, so we want to apologize because the pressure will be on, we will not be able for member for send invitation. I'm very sorry for that, sir.
Thank you.
All right, so we continue now. Let's look carefully. What's in this mean for democracy? This press release, what's it mean for democracy?
Honestly, it has caused a kind of mixed feeling in a sense that the IQ, the thinking of Sierra Leoneans are not the same, are not of the same level, and what did not happen so, and the thoughts around it is of different views. Everybody they think the way how it from the day it happened, and because there was not that kind of general sensitization, general education, a kind of general pre-knowledge of what did happen. So because that was not, to the doorsteps of Sierra Leoneans, just a news like that, before this news, if you get a kind of play where the talk say that because this particular ECOWAS summit they can't take place in Sierra Leone, and we are talking about ECOWAS way now for the West Africa countries, and we know what will happen in Salon with history. Some started saying that this go get the former president a issue involved in, and other statements came around saying the involvement of the former president in whatever has passed has nothing to do with this ECOWAS where they come, that the rule of law is there and the rule of law must act, and the president will just say he not to insenam, not to insen from out of the country, and he knows that the judiciary is there, it must go through the process. So people who are saying so many statements came that there's nothing around this process. So because that kind of education come first, had it be that education will come first, would have been converted by saying that yes, the coming of the ECOWAS into Sierra Leone for the summit who said it take place, and kudos to our country for hosting such kind of a big program after the OAU 1980. It's now kind of activity like this again. We go create a landmark for Sierra Leone. That was a very good thing, and the president, our city president, is the chairman and in charge and bringing this kind of facilities, this kind of program into our country. If not even we could not get a fantastic infrastructure we can be used for any other activities than now. These are all plus. to the country. So added to that, if this would have been another say that because of peace and the chairman ECOWAS the Kaya now, and we don't begin to talk about the former president, if he could be part of this process. Had it been that this education came early, that yes, it could be considered, but why would they think of this? Now before ABC, if they don't bring her in for ABC, but because of peace or whatsoever, because of this kind of class, they can't get out of the country, and so many presidents, head of states will be here. We will see how best we can factor this in. Sometimes must have been factored there. Let them go and deliberate on a day, and then see the need say kind of plead or apology for say well because of ABC we want to do this, and they see the kind way we will go reach the families of those where they lost their lives, they laid their life for this country. That would have been another kind of education where it go move some doubt from people there, at least allay the fears and calm down, because when they cool down, in the name of peace, we want drop tension, they can sharp, because if you can't sharp, it can create another.
Or you think they can sharp because now issue with them, we are in a parliament, say they table on a parliament.
No, it was not tabled.
Discussion and all.
It was not tabled, and why they were going to table it? Waiting before can be for the reason
we were having around, even with the burial of Minkailo, that the deputy chairman and leader, the deputy chairman of the SLPP, saying I like na the bury later. So within yourself, if you not possible, they look around or think around, they begin for no say, coming from people from the opposition, in fact, saying that, giving that statement, at least then they for able for massage some people. I'm not saying to you, but for able for massage people and say it is. And like where the presenter say, it was also possible that then they say for table particular things in the parliament.
No, I'll differ from that. Right. Because that statement coming from, so let me say, the statement of itself has been like playful around.
So why do people cry? Why do people for begin cry when they don't die? Because they're not financed by Kuruma guilty. Why
no, they're not fine.
They call you and they complain.
No. Because I'm for person.
Particularly on Anes by Kuruma matter.
Yes.
So this is the point, because your insinuation is Anes by Kuruma is important.
No. Anes by Kuruma was not. It was an allegation for which he has started standing before the court. No, it's not an allegation because it doesn't kill it before the court.
Allegation don't mean say guilty of the offense.
They're not because you want the other man guilty and kill you. Understand? If the wives, I'm talking about the wives and children, the late souls.
So what concerns are by Kuruma for them to be
why it concerns them? Let the man be die. Are you an advocate for?
No. They want clarity because you have been saying that from the get-go of it.
No. Are you the moderator?
I am not. It's just to get clarity.
Let me give my.
No, it's just to get clarity.
All right. Okay.
Give your view later. Let me. Let me land.
The question was.
I can't.
What does this mean for democracy?
So that's it. So you don't go off that one day.
So I'm not go off.
No, you are not.
The conversation here. The conversation was.
You are presenting yourself as an advocate. No.
It needs clarity. Because you come initially, they ask you what
No. Are you the moderator? Is he the moderator?
Okay, now get it clear.
No.
The question I ask is
initially you don't answer the question.
No.
Democracy.
No.
So that's how you get Victor. So just they explain. Okay, now get Wilfred.
No. You don't already count into me.
Please.
So no.
Of the program.
No.
I just said.
Baba, you must be biased. You must be biased because it don't interfere. No, it don't interfere in the own. No. But you must be biased.
Now the question is. I say, what's in this mean for democracy?
So that was what I was saying. So why the interjection? The interjection, no.
Okay, go ahead with the interjection.
He interjected because, he has created now as if he's an advocate. He's the moderator.
It's a political analysis.
No, his analysis are focused. Saying. So what I was saying, that in a situation like this, I am not against the will and what the president or the Attorney General, what has come from his office, is bad or whatsoever. What I'm saying is the approach. You don't understand? I talk say some of that thing there for talk say the misstatement without the can that I mean I make a talk say even before the ECOWAS. Some of that statement there without the can no. And that statement there without the can, I say hadn't been that it would have been used for just calm down, not just calm down because when they talk about democracy.
Yes, so what do this mean
yes.
for democracy?
So what do you mean for democracy?
Yes.
Because I started by saying it has caused a kind of mixed feeling.
Mixed feeling.
Yes, okay. But in this mixed feeling, it can be still used to moderate it. Yes, and in moderating it, therefore, just come and talk to the people then, because the views of the people, the suspicion be done there, the allegation be done there, for which the same allegation now you go for others there, which for now some they're free, so at the camp, some they're free, some they behind bars, yes. Because of the same allegation. The same allegation for the president, I mean the former president, that is the same thing, and he start to attend court. Have you been that he don't start? You don't understand? You know, one day man a dog, a different thing. But because he started there, he was out of this country. He was out of this country on medical ground. So
if it is from the Attorney General, what it mean for democracy? Now that's I really want you for answer.
Yes.
Straightforward. Don't go now there.
The what it mean
for democracy?
Democracy. I mean, it created it to be in the form of in a fragile state. In a fragile state.
Okay.
Yes.
Because now. Now country. What in this mean for democracy?
Well, I believe so with democracy. This way don't come so today. This they try for tell you say, we have not been given information adequately, and you know. For a democracy, if in a realistic national cohesion, which way me don't always the talk say, I have always condemned the trustworthiness of the SLPP. If not only for a natural and an obvious national cohesion, I believe say bad for a democracy. But equally, a statement like that to be put into my ridicule day, but all of a sudden we not go into the nitty-gritty of it. Then you just like say, oh, it gets some certain things that the democracy of the SLPP have always been that's way, you know, not strong. So this don't try for put these certain things then for say, well, this it's not something that is good for the democracy. So this is some of the things that I also say. Because if you don't go take somebody to say, hey, this is guilty of this kind of offense, you bring and drag them in there and there. All of a sudden, what's in like all of a sudden, short rabbit, so in case of that magnitude, you just left and forget like that. What do you want to talk to people then? So like where Tutu the say okay, well, it don't cause a mixed feeling. Even people when they feel to say don't go to court or don't do that, it don't create a mixed feeling from them, because from the get-go it come from the people the people they don't die, oh then they think so, it's like. And as by Koroma is linked to that. That is his insinuation. That is
no, it's not my insinuation.
I am not.
It is the announcement.
I'm saying.
Was that not the allegation? No.
Is that what you are driving?
No, not me. Was that not the one pronounced?
Wait. No. Was that not you become very emotional when it comes to Alice by Koroma or the APC party involved into that? I'm not talking about it.
Did I talk about APC party?
You don't say about it. Well, that's why I described to me. People don't go to when the man die.
You talk like an advocate for the. No. Did I talk about APC?
Knows me.
Have I talked about APC?
Knows me.
No.
I'm not advocating for the APC.
No, that's what you are saying. But I believe if you quote APC, for which from what kind of party you don't talk about?
The question
from what kind of talk about APC? Have I
asking?
No. The president. You don't
even answer.
No. I answered.
You know.
No.
You start.
No. Your advocacy. Your advocacy is not clear.
By Koroma, the one in prison.
No.
They don't tell you.
Now you the
Minister of Justice.
You the talking of it's between the APC and the SLPP. That's what you have shown. That's what you have shown.
It's the trustworthiness of the SLPP and they are very, and nobody is going to take that away from me.
So I'm not here
because this is showing. This is party issue.
No.
It is. This is APC. So
you now APC SLPP is the
of course, yes, it is.
I'm talking about I'm here on the side of the widows. What can we chat on?
No, this is you are not in the
No.
The widows.
No. That's my area. That's my area.
All right, okay. All right, Mr. Tutu and Wilfred. Mr. Tutu and Wilfred. Now just call on this small.
I was invited here on that particular angle.
For
the widows. And that's why I'm here. That's why I'm here. So if you don't know, that's why I'm here.
Okay. This is not the topic of discussion. The topic for discussion really, and for look what he make then drop the case between an Escoma.
So wait me feel how the widows for the one who met you from that was because he was from the press.
Press conference.
Yes. In my office.
Okay. All right. Now we quickly
for the widows.
Now we quickly.
We want you to be there.
All right. It's a miscommunication. Now we quickly look at.
So the APC SLPP is not what I'm here for.
You are here for the country, and the reason we take you there is because the Attorney General don't drop the case against Escoma. Well, now take a quick look at the text messages that we don't cancel. We don't get plenty text messages that we don't cancel. We'll take the first one that we don't come from the 090103838 line. Don't forget to say the program we watch a Magic Morning Tea. The studio hot this morning, but no men, we all our friends and colleagues inside the studio. We look at the issues critically and see how best we can able to analyze them and waiting the guests and the talking to the views of Magic Television in any form. The opinion and the idea and waiting and think about the press release we come out from the Attorney General Minister of Justice. This first text message I would take for now say, Mr. Presenter, now that one of the accused, former President Nkrumah, case has been dropped, what about the other accused in detention? This question will go for you, Wilfred. This other one, they say, Mr. Rogers, you ask look one more, calm down, not to issue this for vex. This other one with the text from Waterloo say, Magic TV, the channel 38, not look clear to read this morning. Waiting at the problem, we sure say at the rain, but it will be clear. This now technician and the work on them. This other one, they say, in the text from villages, I know be called the village name, but actually they talk say this issue where Attorney General drop against an Escoma good for peace and for cohesion in the country. This other message is say an Escoma is popular than the sorry, I'm not going to read down this. This other one I would take for now say it say why make an Escoma for the threats in the country we make everybody afraid of. This other one message where I go take now the 090103838 line say for all waiting don't happen in the country, enough finally work come again. Let peace prevail. Mother Bill, thank you for the decision we take. This last one from the 090 line, they say this 69 ECOWAS summit, I'm not saying na don't trigger the release of an Escoma. The last one I would take now this line say, do you after the 69 ECOWAS summit, how the money they use them, but that's not the issue they discuss now. We don't discuss that yesterday. Somebody said they asked the same question, say for let we know how they utilize the $89 million we they spend for do the ECOWAS summit. Now look at the Facebook messages there now we don't come inside. This one they come out from Edward we say the problem in this issue is trust between the APC and the SLPP. This other one they come out from Yusuf, he say Magic TV, good morning and una thank you for the fine program we una they do. And the last one for now say William, are you APC? The way how you talk, you look like you support APC. So let's start with you, Mr. Tutu.
Honestly, I sit here and what I go in for on a daily basis, and that give me passion for life. If it's famous, who say a day, I'm a humanitarian worker. I love peace. I want to be in an environment where peace is real.
Exactly.
That me always have a vision that one day, and because I want that one day, that led me even because though I lost my brother in the process, but yet I've been a very, very strong advocate, and with that love in power for see how best the one that all we be we are victims. We all are victims, so. But like because of me job, it be make me let I always calm down, and then they put them down, they talk to them, and tell them say even though the law go so. In fact, we can go at some quarters. The very people that were they move with so they vex for me. Hey, Mr. Rogers, now these are now say no, now small. And that small way I be done deep where they tell them that you must be down. Then make what they will start this so. And then they make if I tell them say the law also they follow. And we go and peacefully we kill every day because anyone we want to raise I can tell us say no, law calm down. It don't happen. Lord puts God before. If God be before, I mean for every human, you get the roadway the channel through. Then I will trust. I mean I believe that they will get as religious people that what will happen to this person, a destiny saying that's what before happen. So whatever we will look at, it don't happen. You never go ask God. So because you know to go ask God, that has always been my courageous, statements or wordings to them. So in this aspect, whatever we look at the end of the day, na peace we they look for. If the peace they come, the only thing we need to talk, now that whilst we yearn for peace, there are steps to follow, so that you get an amicable. You can't get 100% peace in this, but let there be an average. We go make the one that they go be hot, it not go be too boku. That at the end of the day they go follow the one they say. Now all we had be one, but that kind of number I don't see that I don't calm down. Lord just follow. He said when let me bring it to the area of sport. Everybody the aspiration will be get for Portugal. You see how the tension be there. When just because of Ronaldo where he lost, we know how people were hot. But just because some key man that they were themselves, then have some certainty in there, the thing they lost. Some people that get courage through that one they say, no, nobody say Portugal lost. But with that kind of team that with the fella, yesterday na France fella so. All man begin to say France get over the fees say don't go. Now he said don't come out. So you know now so the spirit they go down small. So with that kind of thing, now they try for talk that when you are seeking for peace, there are rules to follow. There are procedures for which when you work with her, it create the platform and that kind of the speed way it will get and the kind of way where you will you know it will make people that just feel say hey, this is a long road with the work out, but because of the worker in group where they go, we not even know say the road long. But if you want to get problem and say look where they go, they say that road long go is still long. So say they reach when you begin tired, you never find person near you for let you and begin to talk they go. So the road they feel more. So now that kind of thing that they talk. That because this kind of vision was there just in the interest of peace, there would have been long plan ahead for beginning massage. You don't understand? Those really affected, so that through that affection, by the time we reach so now. So now yes, we would say we can't talk to him. I mean, you sit down there. I don't talk to him. Love for right now. And they go begin to correct themselves now. So that's what I'm saying. So that from the side of the government, it is not too late. It's still not late. That from the side of the government, if this don't happen, so let them see the need for call these affected people to table and say it'll be we don't talk and so now because of ABC, but do in Morn9Ing because they can't there you can no way not the way you go where you go left there avoided or abandoned like that. That means something for can to the work for motivate them and say not to, you cannot pay them anymore for what they don't lost. But create some environment where go make them know say it is done, but we are encouraged with the wars the kind personalities that we don't meet with for say it is done.
All right, Leslie, thank you for joining me inside the program. My name is Victor Tutu Rogers. Let's come over to you, Wilfred. You don't listen to some of the text messages and respond to them and give you last word.
The one we capture me now where you say the one them we they run the sentence waiting this way. And it's by Coromano, they don't find a one thing for waiting they fail to say he did it. You find them guilty of that.
Are you more spokesman for Ernest Bai Koroma?
They accuse me of that. The answer, the question, the answer.
Equally as Kishe.
They ask me if me in an APC, well, my opinion. Who knows me, and my opinion. I am not an APC. I just want the conversation for let it be balanced and speak my own opinion. So that's the point of it. Waiting with the try for Senaya, my sympathy to the people and we actually lost their life. But Ernest Bai Koroma, they don't find them guilty of waiting in the sea. They forget that they clear.
So
we forget
they don't go on.
We forget that they clear. That they tell you say now government will not for even trust, because if you get that kind evidence against that kind statesman, when that kind thing, if now me and detail as a president, I will not let it go. So that means that political favor will be the fair, because you know continue with the proceedings. So that's the point. I am very sorry for the people who lost their life during that moment.
That's what I was expecting to first say.
No. I am a human. I have to really. But Ernest Bai Koroma is not fine wanting for waiting, then they fail to say.
Why not go to trial? So
that's the point. Thank you very much. Me not to APC person, me not to SLPP person. Who knows me. So thank you very much, my brother.
All right, plenty thank you. In Wilfred, a political analyst, and also we get Victor Tutu Rogers inside the studio. The studio will be very hot this morning. We want to say plenty thank you to Una. We send Una text messages, then the text them still coming. We're not going to answer all to them question, and they will beg pardon, and we encourage you for continue for like, love, and share with page. For we will get more views on Magic Television. The program will be watching Magic Morning Tea. We don't reach you live from Magic Television, channel 38 on Facebook, YouTube, and all the social media handles them. Don't forget for day with we at midday we will get news. We'll get news brief. 3 o'clock we'll get news around Africa, and 7 o'clock we will get with Criollos. So say tomorrow we will get another edition and another topic of the program Magic Morning Tea. Mina presenter for today, Cornelius Ekurandu na my name. Thank you very much.
Welcome to Magic Morning Tea. Magic Morning Tea is the best for brightening your day. Our dedicated team are always set